Hey loves, welcome to the wedding prep vlog. Paul and I decided very last minute that this was the year we are officially getting married, and we only have 3 weeks to prepare. Some of you might wonder why we are nearly 3 kids deep and still haven't tied the knot. Perhaps I'll talk about this more in depth in a future Q&A or something, but to summarize, before I met Jesus in 2021, I had some feminist ideals deeply ingrained in me. I absorbed this mindset very easily because the toxic family dynamic I was born into. I never had a desire to be married or have kids one day. So when I had my first child in 2015, I didn't necessarily place any importance on marriage. I thought it was very unimportant as it felt our commitment was all that mattered, regardless of any legal document stating so. However, as I grew in my faith and understanding of marriage and its sacred nature, God really transformed my heart and placed a deep desire in me to get married, especially after finding out that we are going to have our 3rd child. I wanted this child to be born into a spiritually secure home. It's really beautiful how God redeemed the brokenness I used to operate from in my childhood. I adore being a mother and soon-to-be wife more than I ever thought I could. And Paul, of course, has wanted to marry me since day one, so in no way was the fault on him. He followed my lead in this area, and as soon as I expressed an interest in marriage, he was right there with me. This video will encompass wedding prep in the month of October 2023, where I am now 8 months pregnant, and my baby's due date is just around the corner. I'll tell you, it's one heck of a time to start planning a wedding. But to make this task manageable, we have opted to make the wedding as low budget and minimalist as possible, while still feeling like us. So here's our wish list for the wedding. Everything else that occurs is just a bonus. So number 1, I want us to look our best. We're on the hunt for my maternity wedding dress, tuxedos, etc. I want memories via photograph that will last generations. That's the main reason we're opting for an actual wedding instead of just a court marriage. Number 2. Our best friend from high school, Mark, is ordaining our wedding. He's known us since the start of it all, even before Paul and I officially started our romantic relationship. And 3, we're performing a small set of 3 songs for our wedding. The basis of our relationship has always been musical, so it's very fitting. I wrote 2 original songs for us to perform, and the last one is a cover. In these clips, my fiance and I are practicing our set list for the wedding. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen challenges before the wedding, this would be our only time practicing the songs together.
After that, you said ice cream. Follow me to sweet fields of moving right into deliver you. Follow me into deep fields of moving right into deliver
more just B-roll stuff. Like when I mention my midwife, and then I can cut to you. Good morning. It is Tuesday, October 24th. No, wait, it is not Tuesday. It's Wednesday. God, I don't even know. I am jumping in here because I have a wedding, my own wedding, that we are planning. It's on a very short time frame. This Friday, it will officially be 2 weeks until the wedding. Actually on Saturday, so maybe a little bit more than that, but very short time frame to plan an entire wedding. It was supposed to be like a micro small wedding, but we ended up putting 100 invites out. It's kind of been an issue, so I'm low-key hoping that a lot of people don't RSVP. I really only wanted like close family friends, but my fiance wanted to invite literally everyone, so whatever. I just let him have that one because I'm like, fine. This past weekend we went to Hobby Lobby to pick up some faux flowers. They were having a flower sale on some of the arrangements. Some of the floral accents that we got were not on sale at the moment, but they told us that this week that they would be on sale so that I could go back and get a price adjustment on what I paid and get that money back. I believe it was 40% off, so I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby, go do that. I'm also gonna see if they have any more of like these specific dark blue purplish flowers that we found that we decided to do as an accent color, which is so pretty, so moody. Because originally I only wanted to do like the classic white flowers and then some green leaves as the accent, and that's it. But my husband, when we went to Hobby Lobby, he kept trying to like introduce these colors, like what about this, what about this, what about blue, what about orange? And I was like, no, I don't, like, I just want something classic. I don't want to introduce this random color when I had already like had my heart set on it. But then when we found these like this dark arrangement, it's almost black. It's like almost a black flower, but it's just so beautiful. I'll have to insert some footage. We both instantly were like, this is the color. Yes, this is the accent color. And my fiance was really happy to like have put his input in and chosen a color that we both loved, so that was a nice plus as well. I really want to make like a little corsage for my fiance to wear on his suit. I think it's going to tie in really well with the aesthetic of the venue that we are having the wedding at. So I'm going to take you along today on my little journey to Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to do my best to document this whole process as well as I can. This is the one I picked. I'm gonna cut this little one off for the corsage, and then I can keep the big one for other decor. So what do we think of this with this? I think that's cute. I needed to get some gift bags for the bridesmaid gifts that I got. Just a few little knickknacks, so I need just simple, basic little bags, and they happen to be 50% off today. Yay! So I'll be getting this for 50 cents. So I just left Hobby Lobby. I got a good amount of stuff. Pretty much all of it was on sale, either 40% off or 50% off. And so everything that I bought, which I will do a little haul later, came out to about 60 bucks. I was really worried it was gonna be like in the hundreds. Once I saw her start pulling things out, I'm like, oh, this basket's gonna be like $100, which is not what I was intending to spend. So I kind of just started picking things up that I was not expecting to get. But yeah, so I was pretty happy about that. And I did bring my receipt from the previous week when we bought like $180 worth of floral arrangements and stuff. Some of it was not on sale till the next week, which is this week. I was told I could bring the receipt in this week and get a price adjustment, so get a refund on those items that I didn't get the discount on. And unfortunately I had to bring in the items as well. So I didn't know that, I didn't bring them, so I'll have to come back again later this week before the sale ends to do that. Whatever, no big deal. I like walking around Hobby Lobby anyway. Right now I'm gonna run into Jersey Mike's, get a couple sandwiches for me and my fiance, and I'm gonna drop off some lunch because he's having a busy day. Another note, I don't know how vloggers always film the checkout process. You know how they always have the aesthetic, like going through the store and now I'm checking out, beep beep beep, and getting my receipt and getting my coffee or whatever. I cannot do that. I have tried, it's just awkward. I just hate like filming, just busting out the camera and just filming it. I always feel like, I don't know, I'm just shy. So something that I thought was funny, but whatever. You guys will see the haul later, so it won't matter. Secured the bag.
Which is a crowd pleaser. I'm like almost out of this one. I think that could end up smelling really good once put into the candle. Right now it's a little too like alcoholic for me.
Alright, so I am back home now with my loot. I changed from my jeans situation into some more comfortable, like, pregnancy biker shorts. Because as soon as I get home, any kind of restrictive pants situation needs to just come right off. If you're in your 3rd trimester pregnancy, you will understand. So you guys already saw this. It was $4.99 in the floral section. It's this really gorgeous, like dark blue, purplish, and from far away it almost looks black. The reason I bought this in the first place was to have the little bud, because it was the perfect size for another little arrangement that I purchased that I really wanted my husband, or my future husband, my fiance, to wear on his suit. To my surprise, fake flowers are really expensive. I also got this. It's a very similar color, though there's a little bit less purple in it. It's more blue. From afar, it doesn't look too different. It still looks like very dark blue, black. I thought that these little cardboard, like shiny boxes would be good for party favors maybe. This might come in handy. And then I have these 4 gift bags, which are white, and they're a little bit more wedding looking with the white ribbon. These were $4 for 4, so I got it for $2. And the reason I got this is because I have 2 bridesmaids that I picked. I wanted to give them both a little gift. I got some personalized items on Etsy, and I will pack them in here and just give it as a little thank you for being a part of my special day. Honestly, they've been so supportive, like asking me what I need help with, and I just want to give them a little something. Now going back to more of like the wedding decor, these table runners, it's $4. I got it for $2. So I got 2 because I figured maybe one for the cake table, one for like the gifts, and I don't exactly know how the setup's gonna go yet. I'll have to kind of figure this out on the day of, the morning of, when we do our decoration. I got a little sewing kit because I just wanted to have a needle and some thread on hand just in case. I wasn't planning on getting these, but because I realized that all the his and her stuff was on sale, 40% off. Was it 40 or 50? I don't know. Because now that I picked a wedding favor, which I can't wait to show you guys. I love the wedding favors that I got. I got like a bulk order off of Temu of these mini kalimbas that are clear. Because we are ultimately going to perform at our wedding and we're gonna try to capitalize on our music theme since we are musicians, and that's kind of been the foundation of our relationship since we were teenagers. I decided to get little tiny kalimbas. They sound so pretty. Cards and gifts. I forgot that that was a thing, that the gifts were a thing. I was not anticipating because of the last minuteness and the smallness of the wedding. I was not prepared to think about all the little details of like the guest book, the cards, the gifts, the favors, but one of my bridesmaids reminded me about all those little details, so I've been considering them, and I figured this would be an easy way. Again, matches that one, so it's perfect. I also got this kindly sign instead of a guest book. We're gonna get a vinyl record, a blank one. Either put a picture from our engagement photos that we're taking this weekend, or it'll just be our names and the date of the wedding. I also got this floral wire to put the arrangements together. I forgot to show you, this was the ring box that I picked up. I put my engagement ring in there so you could see what it looks like. I ordered some very cheap ones. Again, if I have them at the time of editing, I will pop it on the screen, or I'll do a screenshot. What I got is a simulated diamond, so it's fake, lab created, but it still looks beautiful. I'm more comfortable wearing something like that on a daily basis in case I lose it, break it, like whatever. I prefer not to wear my engagement ring on a daily basis because this actually has value. It used to belong to my in-laws actually, so I prefer to keep this one safe. Okay, so now let's get into the haul from last week. I don't want to take this out because it was kind of annoying to get into the bag. It's a 6-foot garland. So I bought a bunch of these, and I actually already had some of these. Last year I had planned my daughter's 5th birthday party, and that was the first time we actually did something kind of big for her. It was like a princess tea party theme, and I decorated the table to look like a magical little tea party. It was so cute, and so I already had some of these. So then I also got these his and her floral accents, and I'm planning for these to be tied with a white ribbon onto the aisle chairs during the ceremony. So just the chairs that are on the inside of the aisle where we will be walking down. All the chairs that are going to be provided by the venue are all black, so I feel like that will kind of create this effect, you know what I mean, but without having to include this flower. If I don't have enough, then I'll probably do like every other row or something to that effect. We'll find out on the day of, or once our guest list is officially confirmed. Everyone is supposed to RSVP by the end of this week, or they're going to be cut, like no exceptions. So we sent out invites to about 100 people, so I'm really hoping we can keep it under 50, to be completely honest. I was totally fine being like, let's just have our 20 closest people, but I don't know, maybe he has a bigger heart than I do. I'm just thinking about the numbers, and he's like, no, I want this person and that person. Let's not get into that. Anyway, this little fake arrangement I had from the birthday party that I was just talking about. So I figured that this could be my bridal bouquet. I mean, it already has the same aesthetic that I was going for. I was advised by my bridesmaid that I should have a real bouquet, but to me, quite honestly, it doesn't matter. Again, I'm gonna use it for 20 minutes of the ceremony, and then it's just gonna die. So I'd rather not spend the money and just use this. No one's gonna care, and that's why I bought this today, because I wanted to implement like the actual theme. Probably not just gonna throw it into the bouquet like this. I'm going to figure out a way to cut them at the stems and disperse them throughout the arrangement. Another garland of that same, it's like a very like fuzzy leaf. And we have another garland in here as well that's got more of the eucalyptus look. For some random reason, my husband really wanted this little ceramic bird. It wasn't on sale or anything, he just saw it and really wanted it. Oh wait, it was on sale. It was $3.49, but I don't know. I was like, what do we need that for? And he's like, don't question me. We have these metallic paint markers for the car. So my husband picked these up randomly, and the idea is to write "just married" on the car. So I thought that it was sweet that he was thinking of that. I have forgotten and completely ignored so many of the details of weddings because I'm just trying to make sure like the main things are taken care of. Like, okay, our guest list, we know who they are. They're invited. We know how much catering, food to provide. We know what songs we're going to perform after the ceremony. And like all the ceremony logistics of like, we're having a friend officiate the wedding. So researching that, making sure that he gets ordained and that we're able to make everything legit. So I've been on another plane, and I like that he's been thinking of the details. So here are the bigger bouquets, flowers that we got last week that my husband saw on a whim and was like, what about this for the accent color? And we fell in love. So we have just various versions of this color and different types of fake flowers. I mean, this is all we really got because we're not going to be decorating the ceremony. Oh, I forgot to explain. The venue is going to be set up in a way where there's the ballroom, which is a little bit like darker, moodier, where we'll have the actual ceremony. After the ceremony, we're going to move into the lounge, which is like the restaurant portion of the venue, which is a lot brighter, lighter. And that's where we're going to have the cake table, the speeches, the toasts, all the food and whatnot. So that's where we'll be doing like the main decorating outside of the ceremony. So we got this on the floral sale. Again, we can use these sparingly, like as needed. I don't exactly know. These are stuck together. I don't exactly know where we're going to put everything, but we just have options now. So here's like what these look like together. So that's the Hobby Lobby stuff that I've gotten so far. So $180 for this stuff, $60 for the stuff I got today. So right now we're running about $240, but I should be getting a big chunk of that back when I finally take the other things to get the price adjustment. I will call it a win for the budget. And then the cake I ordered, I did ask the cake lady to do this color scheme as well. It's a very minimalist, simple cake that's just white, that's got like this frosting outside of it that's kind of rustic looking, where you can see hints of like the cake bread. It's really pretty. We're not gonna go all out, just a few simple things to make it feel like a wedding, but without costing an arm and a leg. I did get a few more items from Amazon as well. So here's the white satin ribbon that I got. So this is gonna be kind of for everything. I have these faux flower petals for the flower girl. Just got them on Amazon. Just something affordable that didn't look overly cheap. So this will be for the flower girl to throw. Might actually be like just enough to put into this hilariously tiny flower girl basket. I thought it was going to be like double the size. So I did see bigger versions of this at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't buy it because they were like 20 or 30 bucks, and I'm like, for that little thing? But it's funny because I think I got this for $10 on Amazon thinking it was going to be the same size. It's like the exact same style that I saw at Hobby Lobby. I mean, it'll look cute. My daughter is small. She's only 5 years old, and she helped me pick this out as well. She really liked this style. Yeah, cute. So that's it for the little wedding haul for today. I honestly think that this is pretty much it for the decor. Spending about a couple $100 on it is not bad. I feel good about that, and I would like it to stop now. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my fits, waiting for that ring that I ordered on Etsy. And then the rest of kind of the wedding preparation is really figuring out who's coming, how much food we need. So my in-laws are offering to pay for the catering and for part of an open bar, whether it be like for a couple hours that it's open or for just like up to a certain amount of money, which I'm super grateful for. We've been so blessed throughout this last minute wedding. Everyone's just kind of jumped on board and helped us where we can. My mom paid for the cake. So the details are coming together. A little over 2 weeks until the wedding, and we just started planning it last week. It sounds crazy, but I'm just so blessed that it's happening. So happy. I'll be back here when there's another update.